Yeah, Big T on the mic. Yeah, run it. Hey guys, what is up? It is Jack. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And for today's video, let's comment a book emoji because I got a story for you guys today. And I also want to give a little disclaimer that the chairman, she's a little loud, so I apologize for her. She's a little loud. I apologize for her. So in today's video, I'm going to do a story time for you guys on how I met my online best friend of 8 years and basically our timeline and our friendship and how I'm going to go and see him in October. So guys, buckle up because this is a tea. This is some tea. It is a lot of tea for you guys. Y'all gonna quake. Yes. So basically this story starts back in August of 2016. I was 9 years old and I had Instagram and a YouTube channel, but y'all already know about that. I'm not going to add any more funny clips of that. But I did have a YouTube channel, yes, and an Instagram, and a Snapchat. Bitch, name the app, I was on it. I was basically fanboying over this one YouTuber. His name is Dom Tracy. I really thought he was, the shit. I thought he was fine. I thought he was fine shit back in the day. No. So I decided to go onto his Instagram one day, stalking him, see what he was up to. And I decided to go look into his tagged posts. On Instagram, you can see all the posts that user was tagged in. And I saw this one post that he took with this one boy. The boy was white with blonde curly hair, and he had a blue shirt on. Blue tank top, I believe. I don't remember. All I remember is that the shirt was blue. Yeah. So, anyways, I was like, oh my god, like, he got a photo with this YouTuber. Do you know him in real life? Because he barely got, like, any followers. So I'm like, do you know this dude in real life? Like, oh my god, like, I'm gagging. So basically, I end up messaging him, and I'm like, oh my god, you have a post with this YouTuber. Like, oh my god, like, that is crazy. Like, tell me how, please. It took him a little bit, but he did respond. And he was like, yeah, I met him. Yeah, I live in New Jersey. He lives in New Jersey. I met him at the boardwalk. And I was like, oh my god, that is so cool. Like, I am gagged. Anyways, me and him, we did become friends in the moment. I asked him if we want to be friends. He said, yeah, sure. He was a little hesitant at first. He was like, sure. But yeah, we became friends. And throughout the first 2 years of our friendship, I would say we became some pretty good friends at that time. He also was getting into content creating. Now, he did say he was friends with Dom Tracy. I didn't know how true that was at the time. I was like questioning it. I was like, you're friends with Dom Tracy, really? I don't believe that. But he supposedly, quote unquote, had proof and all that. You know what? Seth, if you're watching this, yeah, I'm still need that proof that you were friends with Dom Tracy, because I still don't believe it. We became some good friends, and then he also wanted to get into content creating, so he started a YouTube channel, which he would go live on for about 2-3 hours every night. And who was there in the comments every night talking to him? Yeah. Me and him were just talking. We were getting to know each other still. We were talking, you know. And then I remember that this one day he got like hurt really bad. I don't know how, but I was freaking out. Like, I was like, oh my god, like, are you okay? Like, bro, I was an annoying ass kid. He probably thought so too. And I mean, he did, but that's later on in the story. Trust and believe, he did. Anyways, that's what happened for about probably like a good like year within the story. There's some times that he stopped, but literally like the only time that we could really talk at like one point was when he was literally doing these YouTubes. Like that was the only time that we'd really be able to talk at one point, was when he only did those YouTube lives. So we're gonna fast forward about sometime later, probably like a year or two later. This was probably when I was in 5th grade, so I'm 11, so about 2 years later from when him and I met. I started public school, and that's when I started to, explore my sexuality. In my 5th grade, the first class I had in 5th grade, it was math, and there was this one kid that was in my math class. I'm not gonna say his name, but I had a massive crush on him. Like, I sat right next to him the beginning of the year. I had a massive crush on him, and I didn't even know at the point what the term being, gay was. All I knew is that I'm in 5th grade. I'm starting to hit puberty. I'm starting to explore, and yeah, I had a crush on this one dude. So after finally, realizing that I like guys, I wasn't 100% sure still, but I've always felt a certain way about Seth, right? And I thought it was a crush. And I told him that I think I like him. I told him I was gay. He was supportive, but he said that he was not gay. He was straight. He doesn't want to date. He wants to be friends. Fast forward to, I don't really know the timeline, but it's not long. Probably like weeks. I wouldn't leave it alone because obviously, I'm still exploring. I'm at a young age, the ripe age of 11. And it got to a point where I don't know if it made him uncomfortable or what, but he told me that he liked me back. Like I said, I was desperate, so I didn't know any better, and I agreed. I was like, sure, like, let's date, like, fuck it. I got trade, like, fuck Tom Tracy. Hey, like, you find shit. But anyways, it turned out that I got played. I got played big time. Something came up as to why we couldn't finish dating, and yeah, let's just say in a couple months I didn't talk to him for about 6 months. After those couple months have passed, due to the reason why we couldn't date anymore, and let's just say I caught him in a lie 6 months later. Anyways, it basically got, I found out that he was lying about the whole thing, about, he was lying about us, about how he liked me back. He was lying about the reason why we couldn't date anymore, and the reason why we stopped talking for 6 months. Everything was a lie. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna say what it was. The people who are close to me know exactly what it was. But if y'all knew what he did, y'all would be begging me, and people have begged me not to go back to him. Like, why do I still talk to him to this day? It was fucked up, and we stopped talking for a whole year. About 2020, about that time when, it was just fresh, and just when, COVID had happened, we had literally started talking again. And at the time, I still felt a certain way about him. I didn't know what it was. I was literally finishing up being in 6th grade, so it's been a whole like year and a half. I gotten more experience. I've actually had a boyfriend, which I don't know if y'all remember in my Q&A video. I don't know what I'm releasing first, this or the Q&A video, but in the Q&A video, if it's either post before or after, I'm gonna say it anyways. Y'all had basically asked me a question about the boy's name that I bleeped out in the video with Laura, and in that video, I gave you guys the tea about how I dated him in 6th grade. Yeah, so basically, I had a boyfriend. I've already experienced, having a first boyfriend and all this. I've finally had that experience. I had a little bit more, I had, learned a little bit on what love is. I started to learn that. It's only a year and a half, and I've only had short experience with the guy, but I still learned it. I was learning. So it got to a point where I was hiding how I felt, mainly because I didn't fully know how I felt, and I just kept it quiet. And plus, there was another girl that was in our little group. We're gonna call her. Let's see. We're gonna call her Bailey. Basically, Seth and Bailey, they became close, and Seth and Bailey both liked each other. And I remember that we would have these FaceTimes at night, and I remember one night we fell asleep on the phone with each other. All three of us, we all fell asleep as a group. And after that happened, me and Bailey got on FaceTime, and she was spilling tea about everything. She was spilling tea about, Seth was flirting with her. It was just tea. It was tea. We basically went off and on through 2021 and 2022. During this time, my feelings for him grew stronger. And it basically got to a point where I ended up telling him, and he told me that he was, straight. He doesn't think of me in that way. He sees me as a friend, and I was okay with that. I accepted that. And towards the end of 2022, him and we stopped talking. And at the time, I had no idea why. He just went ghost. I stopped hearing from him. He stopped posting on social media. He just went ghost. And in the beginning of 2023, I had met this one boy. And him and I became close very fast. And I remember one day him and I were walking up to Walmart, and I live right by a community college. We exit my neighborhood, and then we cut through the park, and we cut through the college, and then we go up the street to where the high school is, and then there's a whole shopping center right there. That's how you get to Walmart from my house. We were cutting through the college, and I did not sleep the night before. I had no sleep. And I just remember that I was really going through it. I had really bad anxiety. This was the beginning of 2023, if I haven't, if I didn't specify that. This was in March. To be exact, March 10th. I remember that, March 10th. And I was like, oh my God, I just need to sit. I need to catch my breath. Because my anxiety is just going crazy, right? And then I have a sit down, and this is the first time that Seth is going to hear about this. I don't think I've ever told him about this. But I sat down, and I instantly, out of nowhere, the thought of Seth and I just snapped in my brain. Flashbacks from his Instagram lives, flashbacks from FaceTimes, everything. Everything just came at me at once, and it just hit me, like, just came at me like that. And I started breaking down, crying in this dude's arms. I look crazy because I've only known him for like a month, and now I'm crying in his arms. But I broke down because of Seth. And I was just confused. I was literally crying to this person. I was like, I just don't know why he won't talk to me. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know why it's always Seth. Why is Seth always in my mind? Why is it all about Seth? Like, why can't I think about anyone else? Why is Seth on my mind 24/7? Even after I bawled my eyes out because he just vanished and I didn't know why, I still felt love for him. I still felt care for him. I was so confused in the moment, but I did not know. And it just fucked with me mentally. The summer, not the beginning of 2024, summer... Was it the beginning of 2024? I don't really know. Somewhere within 2024, Seth and I, we started talking again. And it wasn't, it was very short. He would always reach out here and there. And we just started talking again, and it's not all the time. Recently it is. Recently him and I have been talking, nearly, every day. It's not a lot. It's probably, 2, 3, 4 snaps a day. But we're talking. That's all I care about. Y'all don't know how good it feels to finally, be able to talk to him after so long. And I always get my hopes up, and, this is the thing, I always get my hopes up, and reality hits in, and then it's like, where'd he go again, But I still can't just leave him. I don't know why. I just cannot walk away. And I wish I knew why. Yeah, we basically talked on and off throughout 2024, and I finally found the reason why he went distant. And at the time I didn't quite understand, but I took the time to focus on what he told me, and after speaking to him about everything, that hate, I wouldn't say hatred. I never hated Seth. I could never hate him. But that anger I felt, that strong anger I felt back in 2023, it just got less and less of a painful. Like I said, now we're in 2025 and we're talking every day. We're snapping each other. It's not a lot, but the little things count. And I literally told him that this morning. The feeling of waking up and being able to talk to him after so many years, it feels so good. And the one thing that's scaring me now is if it's going to ever end again. Hey guys, I am currently editing right now. I just want to say that if you guys see me doing this a lot whenever I'm trying to form my sentences, it's because talking about this type of stuff, it gives me very bad anxiety. And I never really had to sit down with, Seth and told him all these things. So, me making this video, knowing that he's gonna see it, it 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 very much made my anxiety like really high. And when I have really bad anxiety, I I stutter, and it's just really hard for me to gather my thoughts because my mind is just constantly, you know, racing. So I do apologize for all the clapping. I'm really just trying to form my sentences. Yeah. Anyways, guys, back to the video. If there's ever going to be a pause, like there always has been, that is one thing that is scaring me like crazy. And, this is stuff that I always wanted to talk to him about, but I've always been scared to. And like I just don't know, like some of you guys might say that it's not worth it, that it's just weird or whatever, but I don't know what it is about him. I just can't. I don't feel complete without him, Like, I do not feel complete without him. Some people don't believe in forever, but Seth and I have been saying forever for so long now, since we first met. And I admit, sometimes it never felt like forever, but we still stayed in contact no matter what. We always found a way to talk to each other no matter what. The next portion of this video, I have Chris's vlogs here with me.
Hey, bitches.
And I have a few questions that Chris is gonna ask me that he came up with. I didn't come up with any, but Chris came up with them all on his own that he's gonna ask me in regards to Seth and I, our friendship, etc. And I'm gonna answer it on camera for you guys. I'll be back when he gets in the fucking frame, okay? Alright guys, I have Chris with me, Chris's vlog. Say hello.
Hey guys.
And Chris has 5 questions that he came up with that he is going to ask me in regards to Seth and I and our friendship. So yeah, let's get into it.
My first question is do you still have romantic feelings to Seth? When you talk to him, is there still that connection when you talk to him?
The short answer, no, but long answer, yes. I see Seth as a friend, a very good friend. But I see him as a soulmate, but not in a romantic way. But because I had those feelings so long ago, it's not, I'm obviously, yes, I do have, I do have love for Seth. I see him as a soulmate, platonically. But because I did feel the way I felt back then, there's still that part in me, there's still that part deep down that wishes that, there was still, there's a part deep down in me that wishes that it can happen, There is still a part deep down in me that finds him attractive, yeah. Basically, yeah. Yep, that's my answer.
Okay. My second question is, how did you guys even get back into contact? How did that even happen? It was just so random.
So, he actually reached out to me on a few occasions on Instagram. Oliver!
Special guest star. Special guest star, guys. Oops.
Give me my kitty! He just snapped me. Literally just now. He just snapped me. What's the question again?
How did you guys get back into contact?
Basically, what happened was that he started messaging me on Instagram, for my birth. Well, he didn't for my birthday. Did he? I don't remember. But he basically texted me here and there, and he did check up on me, and he was seeing how I was doing, because I did tell him when we started talking again about how my aunt and her cancer diagnosis. So, you know, he checked up on me when he could.
Yeah.
And then, you know, what, you know, caused us to have this long-term talk was that he started getting into TikTok Live. Started streaming Fortnite.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I would literally join his live. Like, you know, basically back in the old days, like how we used to go on YouTube Live and have talks and stuff like that. It was TikTok Live, and we would talk in the comments and stuff. And it was really nice. Then we stopped talking for a little bit, but then I found his snap. I found one of his newer snaps, added him on it, and we've been talking ever since on Snap.
Okay, my third question is that when you go and see him in October, like, what is one thing you want to, like, accomplish with him, basically? Like, what do you want to do?
I want to get to know him more for him, because I don't really know him as well as I used to. He knows a lot about me, but he doesn't tell me much about him.
Yeah.
I don't know much about him. The last thing I, every time I think of him and stuff I know about him, it brings me back to 2018, 2019, 2020. I don't know him now. I don't know the Seth that there is now, and I would really like to learn who the Seth person is today, to this day.
Yeah,
that's what I want to accomplish. And I also want our friendship to grow.
Because they've known each other over the internet for a lot of years now. Almost 10 years. It's been 9 years.
Almost 9 years.
Almost 9 years, basically. So, and there's just been a lot of, like, on and off with them with social media and stuff. They're talking, not talking. I feel like right now they know each other, but they don't know each other too much on a personal level anymore because they've...
Just continue at
this
this
point.
bitch.
I feel like, yeah, that definitely is something that's needed. Like, you guys should get to know each other on a more personal level in person. Because
it's been a while.
You guys don't know much of each other now because you guys are more grown. You're about to be 18. He's 20.
He's gonna be 21 when I go down there. That's crazy. Yeah. 18 and 21.
It's crazy.
It's gonna be crazy. Hey, at least you can buy the
Okay, my fourth question. Have you, like, forgiven him for, like, everything he's done to you in the past? Shut up.
From a mental level, no. But from a personal level, because I have so much love and care for him, yes.
And my final question, like, where do you see your friendship with Seth in the future? Like, do you see anything progressing?
Oh, most definitely. But it depends. It depends on if he gets his act together, because he as I said in the video before, he has a thing for disappearing, so,
just like my man, bitch.
Anyways. But yeah, definitely if we continue to talk the way we are now, and if this trip goes well, 100%. Mind you guys, he has apologized for the incident in question here. He's apologized for it, and he has told me that it really, it is something that really hurts him to even, think about. Like, he's, disgusted with himself with it, and,
Yeah. I think he's definitely grown out of that, ghosting mentality. I mean, y'all are talking now, y'all are snapping and everything. I don't think he's really gonna do that to you since you guys are much more older and more mature. Maybe he's in a better headspace. So.
Alright guys, anyways, this is the end of the video. If you guys like this, I almost called this a Q&A. Cut the cameras. Deadass. Anyways guys, this is the end of the video today. Thank you for joining me for this little story time. Yeah, sorry guys. Something funny just happened, but y'all will see it. Y'all will see it when I put in the funny clips at the end. Me and Chris have been trying to film this for 15 minutes now, and y'all probably only gonna see 4 minutes of this. Oh my god. Anyways, guys, this is the end of today's video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. This is jackk.stormm, aka Big T, and
this is Chris's vlog, aka Chris. Y'all know what the fuck going on.
Period.
And, of course, Oliver.
Yes, Oliver's sister. Come here. Give me my kitty. Do a little dance for us.
You wanted your cameo shot so bad.
He's gonna run away. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. This is jackk.stormm, aka Big T, signing off. Have a good night, everyone. Bye. So much noise. I can't film with this. Oh my god. So much noise.
Y'all, Jack's cat is going crazy right now. Whatever background noise you guys hear, he's fucking going insane.
Yeah, basically.
My opinion. Yeah, that cat wants to get off the room. But anyways, I digress. Just think of something like unserious.
I can't. My brain makes me laugh. His legs.
That has to be in the video.